Hello, listeners. Welcome to Forex with Ndombi. I am your host, Ndombi Malatsi. I'm a Forex trader, I'm a Forex coach, I am a Forex blogger. I own a website called www.learnofxtrading.net, which is all about practical tips on how to win in the markets. I also have an app on Google Play Store. It's LearnFX Trading. I'm a podcaster, of course, and I have been trading the markets for the past 14 years. It's been quite a while. So feel free to check out the first episode, the introduction, so that you can understand and at least get an idea of who am I, why do I do what I do, and also just to know what to expect from this podcast. Hey there, residents of Forex with Ntombi. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's the last day of the month. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this, but I'm happy that today at least I am able to, record this episode, because if I can only just manage to do one episode per month, that is good enough for me, because I do have voice struggles, especially in winter. So it has been really hard on my side. Even people who are my mentees, they know that sometimes I just text and they wonder, why do I text? Because they know that I love talking, but then they also understand that when I start texting, it is because I cannot speak. These are my struggles, but either way, we are happy that I am here. I know you are happy as well. That is why I'm saying we, because me being here is not just for me. Because honestly, if I wanted to do this for me, if I'm doing this for me, I would be just recording these and never publish any of the episodes and just listen by myself. So I am not doing this for myself. I am doing this for me. I am also doing this for you, and I really do appreciate you for coming through all the time. I appreciate your feedbacks. I appreciate your I appreciate your love. I appreciate how you share my episodes and the feedback that you gave, those voice notes. You must keep them coming. I really do appreciate them. So yeah, why are we here today? Did I mention that it's the last day of the month? Of course, we all know it's the last day of the month. But I think I did an episode on that. Please do check it out. It's the last day of the month. We need to close those books. So we need to close our trading books because it is the last day of the month. So closing our trading books is all about looking back at, okay, this is where I started. I started from point A, in the beginning of the month, and today is the last day of the month. The first day of the month, I was here, point A. It is the last day of the month. Maybe I just moved to point B. Maybe I moved to point C. Maybe I moved all the way to point Z. Maybe I didn't move at all. So it's all about reflecting and also just going back to looking back at what we've done or what you've done, in the month of June. So tomorrow it's July. And yeah, I hope you did well this month. But if you didn't do well, it's not a problem. I mean, like, it happens. If you didn't do well, you just need to go back, reflect. That is why it is important to reflect, because if you go back to reflect, then you can always just see where you went wrong, where you need to improve, and yeah, do better next time. That's how we get to improve, by doing the progress, by checking our progress. If you don't check your own progress, you are not going to know even when you are improving. Sometimes you're going to sit there and feeling depressed, feeling like you are not doing okay or you are not doing well. But if you sit and you actually do like a thorough, progress, then you will realize that it's not that bad. You are actually doing okay. So today's topic is the benefits of trading a bigger account, because I'm a realist, and most of the time when I do these episodes, I always just try to accommodate people who are starting out small, because I don't want anyone to be feeling like this is just for people who are trading bigger monies, and I'm also just trying to say, yes, it's okay, you can start small, but you don't have to remain small. So today's episode, it is mainly about that, about saying it is okay to start small, but you don't have to remain small. So a lot of times when I do like make my examples, I will then speak about, smaller accounts, because I am basically just trying to accommodate everybody. And I also did an episode on how to grow a smaller trading account, because as much as I make examples, with smaller accounts, but I also want to let you know that it is okay to start small, because of course you start where you are with what you have. Listen to me, I can't even speak properly, but I'm doing these episodes because I am using what I have. I don't have any other voice. I'm not gonna get any other voice anytime soon, not in this lifetime. So I'm using what I have, and I'm putting, these episodes out there because I am starting where I am with this voice, and I'm using what I have. So you also need to do the same. If you have a smaller amount to start, your startup capital is small, that is absolutely okay. You can start small, but you don't have to remain small. So you can also check out that episode on how to grow a smaller trading account. I think it is the most listened episode, and yeah, it's one of the episodes that is like, it's my leading episode, because I think everybody just want to know how possible it is to grow a smaller, account, and also finding ways of, actually doing it, practical ways. So let's get into it. Three benefits. I'm just gonna list three benefits of trading a bigger account, because I also want you to understand that when you have more startup capital, things are actually quite easier for you. But like today, I don't want to be dwelling more on it's not about the amount, because you can blow a bigger account, because today it's not about that. I do have an episode that is addressing, such issues, that sometimes you are not undercapitalized, you're just having an untrained mindset. So it's not about how much you are starting with, but trading a bigger account has its own benefits. Trading a bigger account is amazing. Trading a bigger account is less stressful. So I'm just going to assume that you have worked on your issues, and you are not only just depending or relying on your capital, because if you don't work on yourself and you don't pay attention to the trading psychology and many other things that you need to pay attention to, and you are only relying on your capital, you are still going to blow an account no matter how much you are trading with. So I don't want to dwell much on that, because today it is about trading a bigger account. But of course, I'm assuming that you are no longer like gambling with your money, and you are getting it right now. You are not like gambling with your money. Then you have like decided to add more capital, into your trading account. So these are the benefits. Number one, you have more options when you have more money. This is my favorite. I always just say this even on other episodes, that more money gives us options, because if you don't have enough money, you are restricted. This is now like general knowledge. If you don't have enough money, your movements are restricted. You may want to go and do ABC, but then because of finances, and you are restricted, there are a lot of things that you would want to do, but you wouldn't do because of finances and stuff. So money gives us options. So because for me, trading is not like an exaggerated game, or an exaggerated activity. Forex trading for me, it is something that we can integrate into our day-to-day lives. That is what I'm all about. That whoever you are outside of the trading, you are going to be the same person even if you start trading. If you are you are short tempered, you don't have patience, you are going to be the same person when you trade, because it's the same person who does all of this. So that is why I always say you need to work on yourself, because if you don't work on the issues that you have, like if you are impatient, you are likely to be impatient even in your trading, because you can't separate you from that. So we can't separate our day-to-day lives, and how we live, and some things, like general things, like having more money, and having more options. Because of that, with the trading as well, if you have more money, you then have more options. Like, let's look at the things that we can trade, the instruments that we can trade in the market. You may be wanting to trade Brent crude oil and many other, there are so many other instruments that you can trade in the market. But even though you may want to trade those, sometimes you are restricted because your trading capital it's not really, like allowing you to do that. So you will need to now understand that, okay, I've got a smaller account. It is restricting me in terms of, instruments or financial instruments that I can trade. But if you have more money, you can now maybe trade gold. You can now maybe trade, this is not because, the platform won't allow you to place trades. You can place trades, but when you know better and understand these instruments, you will know when you cannot afford, certain instruments. This is just like when somebody has 10 rand versus someone who has 100 rand. We cannot sometimes even go to the same store, because there are other shops where things will start from 11 rand. Of course, if we have 10 rand and we have 10 rand, we can always go to the 5 rand shop. I don't know if you know about the 5 rand shop, guys. I used to live next to another shop back in the days. Everything there was 5 rand. Everything there was 5 rand. It's 5 rand shop. There are a lot of 5 rand shops even in small street, in Joburg CBD. There are lots of like shops like that. I used to go to these shops, of course, as a teenager. And of course, you know that you can go there with 100 rand and you get like lots of stuff. But there are other stores where 100 rand cannot even buy you shoelaces. It can't even buy you, it can't buy you anything, because you simply cannot afford to buy anything at that particular store if you have 100 rand. But if you have 10 rand, of course, maybe with other stores you can afford, to buy stuff. So with trading, I wanted to look at it like that, because it is not different than any other, thing that requires you to use money, because with trading, we are using money. And when you have more money, you also have like more options. You can trade, you have like more options in terms of financial instruments to choose from. And of course, sometimes the markets can give more opportunities on stocks, but then less opportunities, with currencies. Then there's more opportunities, in trading the stocks. And so when you have more money, you can always find an opportunity, because if it is not available, it is not like with currencies, there's no like more opportunities on that particular day. But you'll find that with stocks, maybe you can trade the US stocks, you can trade UK stocks, because your account allows you to do that, because your money allows you to do that. So it is always important that when you have learned and you are now getting this right and you are no longer gambling with your money, you must now start working on adding more funds. You don't always have to try and grow $100 account into 1,000, because it can take forever. Sometimes if you want to grow $100 account and you are trying to do it fast, of course you'll end up just gambling, because if you want to double your account, that is definitely going to involve a lot of gambling tendencies, because you are trying to make money faster. But if you have this mindset that says it's okay, I'm starting where I am, but I'm going to add and grow this account. People aren't the same. There are people who are starting small, and you look at their small, you're like, oh, I wouldn't say this is small, but it is there small. So if you have, more money in your account, like your trading capital is bigger, you also get to have more options. And if the market is not really doing well, with currencies, there aren't really opportunities. There's always going to be opportunities, maybe in stocks, and then you can trade that. So number two. This one, I love this one. You can get away with a few number of pips. I'm not really into like chasing pips. I don't care if I make 5 pips, 10 pips. It's okay for me, because for me it's all about, the pip values. If you are trading with a bigger account, you don't necessarily worry about, a number of pips. You don't even stay longer in the markets, and of course this applies to somebody who is day trading. I day trade. I don't do swing trading. I don't place a trade and leave it running for a whole month. That is not how I personally trade. I don't think my personality will ever allow me to do that. So for me, it's in and out, in and out. But while I do my in and out, I also don't want to worry about chasing pips. And for me, it is all about, looking at my account growing in percentage. I don't really care much about a number of pips, because just because somebody is making 200 pips and the other person is making 5 pips, it does not mean that 100 pips is greater than 5 pips. Of course, in pips it is greater, but it doesn't mean that it's more money. When somebody makes 10 pips and the other person makes 50 pips, it doesn't mean that the one who is making 10 pips is making less money, because you can make 50 pips, but it all depends on your volume. And of course, volume is also dependent on your trading capital. So you can get away with a few number of pips, which then makes it easier for you, because you don't really have to stay for hours and hours in the market. You just do a quick in and out and you make tangible profits. So please do add funds in your trading account if you can, because it gives you that opportunity to just, I always say to my mentees, let's just grab what we can grab and we go and be awesome somewhere else. We don't have to be sitting in front of our computer the entire day, because we also need to be able to manage, other areas of our lives. I also need to manage, my home, my other business. I need to manage my mentees. I need to manage myself. I need to be a mother. I need to be, a wife. I need to manage my home. So if you cannot manage other areas of your life just because you are trading and you are constantly sitting in front of your computer and you are trying to squeeze in as many pips as possible, because if you are trading with a smaller account, you also need to understand what to expect from it in terms of like profit making and in dollars and stuff. If you are trading in a ZAR account and whatever currency that you are using, you need to be able to understand what to expect from your trading account. If you are trading a bigger account, guys, it is so nice. So I will encourage you to add the funds if you can. If you can't, not a problem. You are not now going to listen to this episode. I'm like, I'm giving up because she said, a bigger account is better. If you are feeling like that, guess what? I got you. You can now find this other episode where I am actually showing you or teaching you how to grow your smaller trading account. So if you are trading a smaller account and this episode is kind of like, this is not for me, this is definitely for you. Unless if you don't have any dream or whatsoever, of growing and trading a bigger account. With my mentees, I always say you need to dream about it. I mean, you are not always going to trade a smaller trading account. If your account cannot afford to do ABC like now, that is why we have demo account. You can always just practice those there. You are now preparing yourself so that by the time you have enough money in your live account, you can now trade these, and you kind of like have an idea of how to do it. So you need to practice so that you can also align with what you want, you can also align with what you wish for. Because if you are not aligning with what you want, it is definitely not going to come to you. You are not going to achieve that. So you need to make sure that you ensure that even though you don't have a bigger account, don't be thinking, I'm not even going to finish this episode. She said a bigger account and I've got $100. This is not to demotivate you. This is actually to motivate you. And of course, I've got, something for you. If you are listening to this and you are trading a smaller account, now you can listen to this episode, be encouraged, be motivated, and go back to how to grow a smaller trading account so that you can also get to a stage where you can get away with a few number of pips and, you go and be awesome somewhere else and you worry about other stuff and not only like worrying about trading the entire day. So lastly, percentage gain equals to more money. Of course, it's obvious. If we both have if you have 10 rand and I have 100 rand, so I've got more money because this is my episode, this is my podcast. So this is my house, my rules. So I'm the one who has like 100 rand, you have 10 rand. if we both make 10%, we are both making 10%, of course, but your 10% is smaller than my 10% because of course I have a bigger amount. So in terms of percentage gain, because I also don't like I'm not really like that person or that trader who chases perps and stuff. So for me it's all about percentage gain. It's month end, I'm gonna look back and see, okay, how much did it grow and how much did I grow or how did I do. This is all like in percentage. So if you have made 5%, but you were trading with 10 rand, I was trading with 100 rand, and we both made 5%. Of course I am banking more money than you, because your trading capital and my trading capital, we are not trading with the same amount. So that is what I mean by saying with a bigger account, your percentage growth is also bigger and your account seems to be growing faster, because of course 10% of 10 rand is not going to be equals to 10% of 100 rand. And also when you look at just for because I know there are people who are like, but I can make, I get a lot of people like that, and I'm like, how long have you been trading? Them like, oh, I've been trading for like 6 months, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to forever hold my peace here. I'm not going to say anything. But I know that if you've been trading for a couple of months and you think doubling an account is possible to do it consistently, it is not possible. That is why people blow accounts and they get kicked out of the market and they give up, because instead of trying to do this and gain their profits like steady gains and stuff, they just want to make it faster, and they are like, they can double accounts. I'm not going to be talking about that, but what I'm saying is, even if you are doubling your account just for argument's sake, right? If you are that person who thinks, oh, she's just talking crap, I can double an account. I know you can. I know you can double an account, and I also know that you can lose everything from that, because it requires a lot of like gambling tendencies and stuff. So if you can double an account, let's say you doubled your account but you traded with $100, of course, even if you made 100%, you're not going to be making more money than somebody who made 5%, but they were trading a bigger account. So basically today it's all about just trying to show you that because I know that how trading was sold to us. When I say us, I mean also, because it was also sold to me like, something that you just make quick buck, and you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't even have to work on yourself. You just need to find some strategies, some indicators there and there, and that's it. Then I know that everybody who starts trading, they start trading with that mentality, of wanting to multiply money, because everybody is saying you can make money faster. But then we see these things everywhere online. People make doubling accounts, and don't be bothered by those things. You need to, if you really want to be sustainable in the markets, you need to do away with the mentality or the mindset of wanting to double an account. But if you can have, a steady growth, this is something that you can look back and say, how can I improve? How can I do better than this month? Because it is something that is doable. But if you want to double an account, how to improve from that? You can't improve from making 100%. The next level for you is to just blow the account, because you get used to doubling an account, your account, and you are also implementing a lot of like strategies that are like gambling, mostly because you are only just about doubling your account. So I don't want to I think I'm steering away from the topic, but what I was trying to explain is that even if you can double your account, if were trading with $100, it means you now have $200, right? I want to make an episode about compounding, so that's going to be my next episode. Compounding, your interest, or compounding your profits in your trading account. I'm going to make that episode. And another one that is on the lineup, why is it important to withdraw some money? I'm going to make an episode about that as well. So today was just all about saying it's nice to trade a bigger account. You must dream about trading a bigger account, but do not be demotivated if you are still trading a smaller account. So let's go back to the points that I covered today, and what do your takeaways. If you have more money, you have more options. That's number one. Number two, you can get away with a few number of pips and you are banking tangible profits. You don't have to stay for too long in the market, and you can do your thing and you go and be awesome somewhere else. Like me today, after doing this episode, I'm going to go and be awesome somewhere else and close my books and prepare for July. So number three, percentage gain is greater. Of course, your account seems to be growing faster because you can grow by 5%, but you look at the profits in monetary terms, then it's encouraging because you can see. Another thing that I wanted to cover, maybe I should say like number four, maybe I should add number four. I wanted to talk about your efforts. Sitting down and analyzing the markets, placing the trades, it takes effort. When you trade a bigger account, you also feel like your efforts are being rewarded. You don't feel like oh, I'm just sitting, just making time for this, but it doesn't seem like I'm gaining anything from it. But of course, with understanding, if you understand that this is an amount that I have, and I understand that I'm starting small, it is not going to bother you. It is going to bother you if you want to make bigger profits, but you are not willing to invest money. So I recently have one of my mentees coming back to me after like years and years. He's like, I need to come back to Ntombiville because I need to gear up again because I think I've messed up in a way. And I just love how he said, I did, everything that you've taught me, everything that you've taught me, I did quite the opposite. So I actually went against everything that you taught me. But I was listening to him and I was amazed, at how he was taking, responsibility. That's how you get rehabilitated. If you come back, if he came back to me and then started to blame other people, blame the situation, even blamed COVID, blamed this, blamed that, and he didn't do that. He said to me, I needed to take me under your wing again. I know I messed up. I went against everything you've taught me, and I know these things that if I actually, followed and did everything as you taught me, I was not going to blow my accounts. Then the main reason that he said he blew his accounts, which is also, I think it also kind of like inspired this episode. He said something very important. He said to me, I wanted to make big bucks, but I was not willing to invest money, and you had taught me the importance of understanding a bigger and a smaller account. But for me, it was all about just wanting to chase money. That is why, even with the money that I had, everything that you taught me, the money management and stuff, it went out the window because my main focus was to make profits, to make money. So you don't have to be driven by that, because if you are driven by, this is how much I want to make, but you're not thinking about how do you navigate through, getting to where you want to get, you are always going to lose the money, blow accounts, and at the end of the day you like remain frustrated. So yeah, I think this is it. And it's the last day. I woke up today, I'm like, oh my god, today's the 30th. If I don't do this episode, then I wouldn't have delivered an episode, in the month of June, and this is not what I wanted. So I'm so happy that at least I managed to deliver an episode and managed to share with you again. And please do give me feedback, let me know what you think, and also just work on that. I mean, work on on adding more money and having more money, because it relaxes you. But it doesn't relax you if you don't want to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself, get everything else right. Then after that you can add more money. Then you can just get away with a lot. Like you can take 5 pips and you are okay, and everybody is chasing, like everybody just wants to get 50 pips, and you don't care about that because you are looking at your 5 pips and you're like, wow, okay, I'm happy. So I wish you all the best. Happy trading. If you haven't started trading yet and you are listening to these episodes, this is just try to listen to all of them. Somebody said she did not sleep the other day because she was listening to my episodes. Guys, please, you must go to sleep. I don't want to fight with your husband who does not even know me because you are staying up all night. If you are working night shift, it's cool. You can listen to me the whole night. But you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to listen to me. If you want to listen to me because maybe you want to listen with midnight data, I just wish you all the best. Get the money so that you can have options to listen to me during the day. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And yeah, I really appreciate you. I know if you've listened until this far, I really do appreciate you. Please do share this episode with whoever might need. And if you've been looking at learning how to trade, you have some questions and you need some help, you need mentorship, you need coaching, you need to just you can WhatsApp me, let me know what you need. But of course, these are now premium stuff, and we can, yeah, let's see how we can help you, how I can help you. And do enjoy your day and last day of the month, and please do behave, take care of yourself. I will see you next month. I will chat to you next month again. And yeah, happy Friday.